Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, SEINT artist. I'm gonna do my makeup. So this is SEINT Makeup. It's 3D cream-based makeup. It's also highly pigmented. It's 80% pigmentation. Your traditional makeup is 20%. Those stick foundations are 40%. This is more pigmentation, which means great full coverage with less makeup on your face. It's also, because it's cream, it has that natural dewiness to it that's going to give you a more youthful look. I'm 43. I will be 44 in less than 2 months. I'm going to do half my face today, and I'm going to show you how to apply this makeup. We're doing brows and eye and half my face. And I want to show how it can take you and bring the youth of you out, because that's all we really want. We want to feel good, we want to look good, and sometimes it's the makeup you're using that makes the difference. I was always trying the next best foundation. I tried SEINT, and I have been using SEINT for 5 years. I've been sharing about SEINT for 4, and this is why. And I'm going to put my makeup on to show. I'm going to be using the Plush Prep Mist available today. I love this stuff. It has hyaluronic acid. It is very nice, and I just spray it on my face. It's a great base, a great prep. Okay, I'm gonna let that set. I'm gonna do my eye first. And again, I'm doing only this half of my face. I'm playing with some colors. I'm using the shade of the month for October, which is Spell. It is one of my favorites. I've been having so much fun playing with it. I am using my Singeance Shadow Sense as my eyeshadow primer. It's a liquid shadow, and it sets so well that when you lay your eyeshadow on it, it will not crease all day. I do recommend blending it out with a brush. I think the oils of the skin, when you're using your finger, can mess with the chemicals of it, which can then compromise it. Okay, I'm using my new modular palette. Watch this. Oh, I love that. I'm going to go into Paris, and I'm going to set a nice pink base. I like having a powder base over my primer because it makes a good blending surface. Then I just blend it up. I'm going to go into Drift, and I'm just going to tap this under my brow. I love this. I'm using the colors Paris and Drift, which I've just put on. This is Spell. It's a nice brown. Don't let it fool you. It's a beautiful light color too. And then I'm using London. I'm not sure how these are going to play well together, but I saw a look similar to this on Pinterest, and I wanted to try it. This over here is Trust. It's going to go on my brows. All right, so I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush. It has a nice small end, and then it has this fluffy end. And I'm going to go lightly into Spell, tapping off the excess, and I'm putting this on as my transition color, kind of. This is going to go on in layers. Again, I saw this on a picture, and I said, I could do that. I think I could do that, and it'll look nice. I hold my brush up and down, so I hit the bottom of my brow bone, and then I just work back and forth, windshield wipering. If you have a lot of movement on your brows, tapping works too. But I really am focusing on bringing it straight out past that outer corner. And again, I'm doing my eyeshadow first because if there's fallout, it's not going to compromise my makeup, and I can clean it up easy too at the end if I go and pull it too far out and I put it everywhere. So there's that. It blends seamlessly. Like, our eyeshadows are well pigmented, but they can be a really dark shade that goes on very lightly. I want to bring this up right here just a little. I'm going to switch to the small end. Look at how pretty this is. I kind of want to blend it out farther. So we're just going to keep blending. Never underestimate the power of blending. I know a lot of videos, there's editing involved, and that editing is cutting out the amount of blending time there is. And sometimes there's blending time. And that's kind of why I don't like to edit down my videos, is because I want you to know there's some work that sometimes goes into into these looks. All right, I'm going into London, which is a nice gray. I'm going to pat this onto my lid, and I like the patting motion. I like using a denser brush, which is great because this eyeshadow brush has a nice small dense end. I do need to attach. Let's just pop this on top. That's what makes this nice. We just put it on top, and then I could tap it. And that's why the modular palette is so good. And right now with SEINT, as you buy, you earn credits, and if you refer a friend to me, you get 200 extra points. They just have to tell me that you referred them, and you can get the modular palette for 240 points, which is so easy to get. It is so easy to get. All right. Ooh, this is pretty. All right. So I have gray, and then I have brown. I want to add a little bit more Spell right here. That's lovely. Lovely. I'm going to do my the rest of my eyes towards the end. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna move this to the bottom. I'm gonna grab my 3D brush here. I'm gonna go into my brightening highlight, and I'm just gonna clean up right here because this is gonna help with my overall eye look, and I do really wanna finish my eye before I go into my face. Cleaning up the eye and covering up my darkness. I use an eyelash primer, and it darkens my lids where I put it. So you have to do a little bit of correcting. All right, I'm gonna grab my etch brush. This has this nice little end and then a square end. This has been one of my favorite brushes. I'm gonna go into Spell, and I'm just gonna go right here on the middle and keep it on the middle. I'm not gonna go to the outer corner or the inner corner. I'm just giving it a little smokiness underneath, but again, open in the middle. It'll really be accentuated once all my makeup's on, and that's that. All right, attach that to the bottom, and this modular palette is so fun. And it makes makeup applying even faster than before because you're not flipping between the layers. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my Maybelline Tattoo Studio, and I'm just gonna get my waterline, and I'm gonna focus it and smash into the lash line on this outer quarter. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab my Stila Stay All Day, and I'm going to go onto my lash line and then pull straight out. Now this is gonna help with bringing that youthfulness out, because as we mature, things start to fall. We get the jowls, we get the saggy lids. And so I like to add depth on the outer part of my upper lash line. And I'm very particular about this. I do what I call my tiny but mighty wing. And I build up, and then I pull up. This isn't one of those big bold lines. This is a very, very specific cat eye that I think adds lift to your eye. I want to add length, but I'm really focusing more on the lift part of it. So adding that just adds a little extra shape to your eye. Do you see? Okay, we're gonna grab our mascara. I'm using my Babe Lash. I love this stuff. Babe Lash For Real mascara. And it has this really great little ball at the end that makes applying so good. And I'm going to focus on building volume. As you mature, your lashes get thinner. And instead of getting those glue-ons and things, we just build our volume. Build our volume. I've tried lots of different lashes. I actually have some new ones to try. A company reached out to me. It's a newer company. And I was watching some of their videos, and I'm really intrigued on this applicator. It has a pinch to it where you attach the top and the bottom and it pinches down. I'm very excited to try it. All right, so we'll see. It's in route, and they're sending me 3 styles to try. So full disclosure, I didn't pay for these. They reached out to me, and I said I would try it because I do like trying new things, and things get expensive after a while. All right, so again, I'm taking my mascara and I'm building at the base to add volume, and then I pull up because we don't want it to just be clumpy at the base. But you see how adding just a little bit of mascara can help. I'm gonna grab that etch brush again on the square end, and now that my waterline has set, I'm gonna go into one of my colors, my main highlight. I'm going into my main highlight here, and I'm gonna waterline with it. I like this more than using something bright, especially because I am maturing. I think using white or a very light color can be very good for the young, but I'm trying to have it be a little more natural. And then I'm just gonna pull this out and add a little lift by cleaning up that eyeshadow. And I just tap it with my finger, get that waterline. But you see how that opened the eye up, and I was able to clean up that outer corner. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara to the bottom. I don't worry too much about how here. Truth be told, I really like those mascaras. I think Rimmel has one, and it looks like a comb. That's a really good one for the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna just build length now that this is tacked up. And so I'm able to use that bulbous tip on here, and I just build on the length. And that's it. I don't use lash curlers. I don't like them. They scare the heck out of me. Okay. Let's do our face, and then I'll do my brows. But I wanted to show how to add a little bit of lift. Look at my eye. Okay, this is my natural eye resting my face. This side just has a little bit of youth. And that's where I like finding a makeup. One, The days of digging through a bag are for the kids, okay? Let's get grown up and let's get ourselves organized. Put your makeup in one place, and this will save you time. You have an extra cup of coffee, okay? You can make it through the drive-through on your way to work for coffee if you need to, okay? I am going to be using less makeup. I usually use correctors. I'm not today except for my under eyes. So I'm gonna grab my balm. I'm gonna add it to my lips. Hydrated lips are gonna look younger than dry lips, even for my daughter. Even for my 9-year-old, I'm like, go put your lip balm on. My girl she's 9, she does not wear makeup, not even clear mascara yet, but that girl does have a routine. Like, she's got dry skin, and I make sure she has, there's a balm by Mary Kay. My sister-in-law gets it for me. It works wonders for when I'm sick and my lips are super dry, when I gotta be a mouth breather at night. It's really good. But I also use it for my daughter who gets really chapped lips so easily, especially she's on the swim team, so there's that too. But that stuff is good. That stuff is really good. I tried to link it. Mary Kay doesn't do that, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go into my finger actually. I'm gonna add Frenchie. I use this as my corrector. I don't have the time for all the demi and all the things, and that's quick, okay? I'm gonna use a 3D brush. It's a good one and done brush. I'm going into my main highlight first, and I'm just gonna balance my skin down here. I'm amber at the moment, and then I'm bringing this down and around my chin. This works really well with my redness, and I'm gonna try to not use my correctors today, and I am a little in old habits right now. So I'm just putting this on the lower part of my face. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna bring a little up over my scarring in a minute. On this short end, I'm gonna go into Cedar, just grabbing a bit, and I'm gonna put this on like a blush. So I'm gonna combine where contour goes and where I would correct before. So I'm gonna hold this at an angle. I'm gonna go up and down on the lower part of my cheekbone above the natural shadow, but I'm also gonna bring this and my smile, I'm gonna go over my scarring with it, but I'm gonna stay in my cheek zone. So I have to smile a little because as I've matured, I've lost volume in my cheeks. So I'm putting this contour on right up here, and then I went over my redness and my scarring. And look at how nice that is. I'm gonna go back into amber, and I'm just gonna give my scarring a little extra coverage, just on the apples. Look at how nice that looks, okay? Little extra kick, because I went a little out of order, but that's okay. This makeup is super forgiving. Okay, I'm gonna go into my Cedar and we're gonna contour up here. You don't need to overthink this makeup. Again, super forgiving and it's quick. And I'm just going where my natural shadows are. So along my hairline, right there. And then I can go in with my brightening highlight, which is right here in the middle. It's a little bit lighter. You wanna keep your colors side by side. See how close these are? It shouldn't be a huge difference unless you want it to be. But keeping them together is key, otherwise you can lose track of which one's which very easily. I'm gonna add some brightening to my Cupid's bow and my chin. That's where light naturally reflects off. And I'm gonna go right here by my brows, go over the brows, and I'm gonna let it work with that contour. I really want my contour punched up a bit. I like a bit of a punchy contour, but it's so good. Okay, so just adding a little bit of youth to the skin. Do you see how it's like nice and it's dewy? I'm gonna bring it down the neck. It's so nice, and having that nice natural shadowing. You don't need it to be wild and crazy. You just need to look like you. All right, I'm gonna put a little contour on my finger, and I am going to go down the side of my nose and then go right down into the middle right here. Square it off a bit, and then I'm gonna push this up into that natural shadow of my nose, and then I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna tap it out. I just wanna show that it's as simple as doing your makeup in the morning to go and add a little bit of life, bring that youth back out that's already there. When you smile, it's there. One of the best things you can add to your makeup, one of the best things you can add to your skincare, your makeup, your outfit, your hairdo, being makeup free, the best thing you can add to it is a smile, and it's because it's confidence. When you have confidence, it's the best accessory. But I feel best in my makeup. All right, I'm gonna go into that Frenchie color again. I'm gonna go over my scarring right here, and then I'm gonna go into Rosewood. It's my favorite fall blush. I'm gonna come up here. And doing this with the contour first has helped with keeping my scarring away and not having so many layers. I know some people don't like to do all the correcting. You can use your contour. So I just blend out that rosewood and bring it down. So nice. I'm gonna go to that second layer that pops off. This modular palette is convenient, to say the least. It saves even a little bit more time. I'm grabbing some Xanadu, and I'm gonna go around here and a little right here and just add a touch of warmth. And this has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's so good. It's not, I don't like a lot of shimmer, and it just adds just enough. I'm gonna go to the pointy end, and I'm gonna grab some of my brightening. We're gonna go under the eye. I'm gonna see that shine, and I'm just gonna go right in there, follow that orbital bone up, and then go to that inner corner, and we're just gonna brighten. And it doesn't have to be this loud, crazy amount of makeup. You can have and bring out those natural tones, your natural shadow tones, your natural flushness to your makeup, and get that confidence back. Bring that youth back into your skin that's just dulling out with maturity. I get it. I get it. I'm 40. I'm gonna be 44. Send me gifts. Send me gifts. I'm kidding. But I just love this makeup. I'm gonna grab the pointy end. I'm gonna go into my contour, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of shadow under my lip and a little over, okay? And then I'm gonna use my multitasker brush, and I'm gonna use, I wanna use the, trying to think of what I wanna use for my lip color. I'm gonna go into Rosewood, and I'm just gonna line with Rosewood. Rosewood has an orangey, pinky tone. It really depends on where you're laying it. It pulls more pink on my cheeks, and then with the pink on my lips, it pulls it more orange. I don't know. Then I'm gonna go into Frenchie. I'm gonna fill it in, and I'm gonna let them work together. It gives a really pretty fall look, but we can just add that youth back into our skin. I'm gonna go back over, I'm gonna pop this off, and I'm gonna use the mirror. So we're gonna lay it right on top, and I'm gonna go into my line brush, and we're gonna do our brows. So it's right here on that second layer, and I'm gonna draw my brow on. And all of these things, as they click together, start playing a role in bringing the youth back out of your skin. It never went away. You just gotta find it again. That's all it is. Flicking at the front, adding a little bit. I mean, your brows get thinner, your lashes get thinner. Filling them in, I prefer to use a powder. Gives you that youth again, okay? I don't always use the brow wax, but I do always use the eyeshadow, and then I just comb it out. I'm gonna take that setting spray, and I'm gonna spray my face. Whew. I'm gonna grab a setting powder. I'm gonna use my blend brush because I like a small fluffy brush for this. I'm gonna grab that powder, and I'm gonna set my makeup. This stuff is so nice because it doesn't compromise your makeup, and it sets where you want it to be set, and it blurs. It's so, so good. So good. Okay, let's take a gander here, okay? I've done my makeup, and I just wanted to put a little life back in, okay? So let's take a look. 43, okay? This is 43. I've got hyperpigmentation. I've got my old scarring. I've got my jowls. I've got my things. Everything's falling, okay? I'm just resting my face. This is who I am. This is not, and I want to be clear, never said I was ugly. So you can tell me I was pretty before. Thank you. I know. Because the best thing you could wear is confidence. But I am the most confident with my makeup on. And it adds the youth back in. Bring the youth back into your skin. It's already there. It's just hiding. Don't let it get you down. You don't have to wear a lot of makeup. You don't have to wear bold makeup to look young again. You can do soft, and you can do bold, and you could do both. It's about the makeup you use. It's about the makeup you use. So your makeup matters. Your makeup is your skincare. My skin is hydrated. My skin is breathing. My skin is living with my makeup. Makeup will always look like makeup, but it should look like good makeup. But just bring the life back in. And that's it. Have a great day.